YouTube world, what's good, y'all? Y'all already know what it is. One man, four sides of flavor of DFW Sports. Me and Big Bro been having some chats about what's going on down here in Dallas Fort Worth, Texas, especially about some sports. So y'all already know what it is. Like, subscribe, hit that notification chime one time, man. We going around the round table, man. Rangers just got through their 2-game win streak. That went up in smoke quickly as they lost game 2 against the Boston Red Sox 6-4. Talk a little bit about that. The Dallas Cowboys, they get another receiver. What? Who is this organization making moves, doing something? Talk about that. Dallas Stars getting ready to tip off as I believe Florida just beat Toronto or one of the two, something like that. So Stars getting ready to kick off game 1 against the Winnipeg Jets. Going in there, we got that, and then Nico clears his whole medical staff out, his whole health staff out. So we want to talk a little bit about that. So, Big Bro, I mean, it's been a while since we done did some stuff like this. What's good, man? What you want to jump on first of all those 4 topics? You want to jump on the Rangers since that game just ended?
Yeah, we can talk about that game right now, man, since it just ended. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give your thoughts about a lot of things that's been going on with the Rangers season and then up into this point. They done had a lot of things that done happen.
Yeah, it's been an up and down year so far, man. I wasn't expecting them to be 19-19 with 30-some games into the season. But hey, I mean, that's what happens, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, they pitching is coming along great. You just got to get the bats to come along. Once the bats start doing what they supposed to do, then everything will work out. I mean, Madley pitched a good game tonight. He had some struggles. He gave up 2 long balls. He haven't done that all year. He gave up two home runs tonight.
That was still good enough to win, though.
Yeah, they had a chance to win.
I think what happened. Hey, Celeste. I think what happened for what really happened was what's his name? We talked about it while the game was going on. Do you walk Alex Bregman in that situation? Do you load the bases? Because hindsight is everything. Because he gets a 2-run RBI off the Green Monster, and then the following batter on the first pitch, he pop up out. So I mean, but
hindsight,
things weren't looking good. I mean, Malley, though he gave up 2 home runs, those was his only 2 hits, like you said. That was still good enough.
He pitched a hell of a game.
He really felt them tonight more than anything.
Defense with the game really probably 7-3. If it wasn't for Wyatt and Evan Carter, the game could have been out of hand a lot worse than what it was.
Facts.
So defense in them, they played hell of a defense tonight. They just couldn't get the job done on the offense end. They had opportunities in the first and third inning to really do some damage. They didn't get it done. So I mean, hey, you live and you die with it. So you just gotta get up for the next game.
I mean, to still see the Rangers get 4 runs at least. I mean, their bats kind of came back down to life. I think they had 7 or 8 hits tonight.
Yeah,
but you still get runs. And that's something that you're starting to see that's been better. So how you feel about, we've had this talk with bro, is it the coaching or is it the players, bro? That's been our main conversation about this offense. How you feel with the change with what's the name, Brent Boone being in there?
Yeah, I think it's a good change. I mean, he's won a batting title back in his day. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, hey,
he played on the Bochy, didn't
he? He played on the Bochy as well. So I think it's go work out great when that time comes to show. I think he's trying to get his feet wet, try to see how everybody works, see how they do things. May give a little pointers here and there, and see if that change. I like the result when they start taking pitches. They have a better result. When they start swinging at everything, that's when everything don't go as planned for them.
So now you liking the more conservative approach. But I kind of agree with you where you kind of do need to be conservative because small ball is basically their best play right now, just because they're just not slugging home runs like that. But
you had a Adolis to hit you a home run tonight, though. So
Josh Young got
Adolis
you one too.
and
It
Josh
was
Young got
toward
you
the
too.
end. It was like
So I
garbage.
mean,
It was in the ninth inning, but
hey,
he
they
got you
had a
one.
chance to
But it's
tie it up
just,
though.
you know,
Yeah,
small balls until they can get the slugging. Small balls really they like. I think
yeah,
with the new coaching change, Jock Pederson is all of a sudden making things count because a lot of us was down on him.
yeah. But I want to know, did he get hurt? Because he never did come back. He was supposed to be hitting behind our dollies, and he wasn't hitting behind our dollies. So I don't know if he got hurt or what happened.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Bochy, I think he probably overplayed his hand. A Rollis Chapman being he's a righty. I don't know. He wants to play those type of matchup games. So I don't know.
And they using him as a closer too is shocking to me.
At his age, and he still want to throw that. I mean, Seager was damn near this close about, you know what I'm saying,
Tying that game up,
making it
yeah.
a real game right there. He was that
Yeah,
close. Well, it's
yeah,
rocking up in there. Come on.
yeah.
Come on, Stars. But how do you feel about the Rangers going forward before we jump on to the Cowboys
I think they'll be all right.
and
I think
everything going on?
if they can continue to keep their pitching the way it's going right now, I
They're
think the
starting
bats will
pitching for
come
sure
around.
because you're getting 5 innings,
Starting
at
pitch.
least 2 runs maybe.
I think they need to find another bullpen piece. If they can find another bullpen piece to settle in between the fifth, sixth, they can find a long reliever, then they'll be all right.
That's
They
where
need to find
Dane
a
Dunning come
closer
into play.
too.
But then you're just waiting on them extra arms to come in with John Gray
Yeah,
and Cody
and Cody
Bradford.
and Cody Bradford, right?
So I'm like, if your starting rotation is giving you what they're giving you now, and then you can get them 2 guys up in there, somebody got to go be a long reliever. Somebody has to.
I don't think. Oh,
Somebody has to. Who is it going to be? I don't know. Most likely Jack Leiter.
I can see that. I can see that.
But they'll go for the rubber. Rangers will go for the rubber match. Hopefully they can get them a series win. I think they're what? They in their last 5, they done dropped their last 5 series. So let's see what they can do with that. Your Cowboys, man. Jerry said they didn't say they all in. They're gonna be
I mean,
selectively aggressive. Was that the mantra?
yeah, selectively aggressive.
So how do you
Mm.
feel about the selective, aggressiveness that's been going on?
I actually like it. They being very aggressive now than they were last year. They didn't do nothing. So I actually like it. To be honest with you, I like the pick of George Pickens
Uh-huh.
trade today. I like that. I like some of
Uh-huh.
the moves that they made on offense, defense. But I think they're missing a linebacker and a defensive tackle.
I'm in
And they
agreement
still
with you.
if they can find them a good linebacker trade for a good enough linebacker and a good D tackle, I think their run game will be solidified, and I think it'll be hard for teams to run on
Mm-hmm.
them if they can find a dominant 3 technique or 1 technique. They need a big body.
To protect their linebackers because, like you say, bro, your linebackers is now. Talk about the secondary real quick. Before we jump into George Pickens a little bit more. Talk about the secondary. How you feel the look could be a little switch up. I want you to stir it out there. What you think could be best for the secondary going forward.
I mean, me personally, it's just something I thought about today. If I'm Trayvon Diggs, knowing my history, my injury history, and things like that, I would probably ask, can I play free safety because I can run, I'm long enough. I actually can cover people, and he can get his Charles Woodson on. You know what I'm saying? You still can intercept passes what you really want to do, and you quick enough over the top to intercept and hang with whoever's going deep. So that's what if I was him, I might think about doing that because if you got 3 good corners,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I would think about making that move if I was him.
Yeah. And like
It'll
I
take a
said,
lot of wear and tear off his legs too.
that gives the defensive coordinator a lot to
And a
play
lot
with.
to play with. Yeah.
If you got him at a free safety spot, but Trayvon Diggs don't tackle. Listen,
We ain't
this
asking
is
him
where
to tackle.
coaching
That's why I
matters.
put him at free safety. That's
Yeah,
why you put him at free safety, not
yeah.
strong safety, because you're not
That's why
asking him to
coaching
tackle.
matters.
Yes.
Pickens, man, Pickens. Hey,
George Pickens. Hey, I like to move. Like I told you last night, where it's smoke, there's fire, right? So,
bro. Hey, once I saw it pop up and they were like, they're working on the train, and I'm like, I sent that out in the text and I was like, bro, what? I was just wanting to see what y'all thought. And basically, like
hey,
you say, where's smoke? There's some
the
motherfucking
fire.
fire. And I mean, boy, by the time we woke up this morning, it was a full-on fire going on where
Man.
George Pickens is for sure in the receiver room with CD Lamb, and he has a quarterback in Dak Prescott to throw him the ball. Hey, what is your type of grade that you give this move for Jerry? And it was a third round pick for 2027, right?
Yeah, from what
Third
I
round pick
read,
for
it was a
2027
third
and a
round
swap
pick
for
for
a fifth and a sixth or
2027.
something like that.
Yeah, it was a third and a six going to Pittsburgh 2027. So they get to keep their 2026
Mm-hmm.
pick. That's what people are failing to realize. What
Mm-hmm.
I read is a third and six for 27.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Cowboys get a fifth and a seventh in 27.
Yeah.
But if he don't stick around, that that could actually get him a third round pick. And then could change from 8 to 10 slots. So hey, it's
And
a,
and what you say if he don't re-sign,
if he don't resign, yeah, he don't stick around, don't resign, that'll get him a third round pick because it'll be a comp pick, another comp pick.
mm-hmm.
So they actually get the third round pick back in a
So
way.
for people who are not up on football terms on things that's going on, Jerry might have just, I don't want to say he finessed the Steelers just because I think this is a clear cut that there was a change of scenery that was needed. uh, this was a mutual breakup.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers wants to deal with the headache. Yeah, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers want to deal with the headache either. Cause they got DK Metcalf and they were like, hey, we got DK, we can put somebody. We got Robert Woods, so he's kind of expendable.
He ain't kind of, they said you're expendable because that's
Yeah, yeah,
exactly what they
expendable.
did.
Right.
But for the Cowboys, does this move, how should I say it? Does it move you? Because we done
Uh,
seen them, make moves,
it it depends what the offensive line give us. I said in 2 years, I give Tyler Guyton. I think Tyler Guyton gonna be solid, bro.
mhm,
I think he get to
once he
work
learns the
with
game.
once he learns the game. He only played 18 games, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
he played tight end, bro, at TCU. He was at TCU playing tight end, bro.
Hey, bro, don't be,
No,
don't
I'm
be.
not saying it in that way. I'm
Okay.
saying
He was a tight end. He
he
wasn't
was
an
a tight
offensive
end.
lineman.
He
Yeah.
wasn't an offensive
And if
lineman.
you know anything about the Big 12, he wasn't a tight end that was a blocking tight end. Nah,
That
they throw that boy.
right. So just
Yeah.
think about it. He ain't really fully developed or grasped the game at left tackle.
Yeah.
Once he fully developed the grasp of left playing the game at left tackle, oh man, they
Mm.
front five can be nasty.
Damn, the Stars got 11 shot attempts. Oh, 6 shots. Boy, I'm about to say. Oh, they done got
They
6 shots on the go from 11 shot attempts. All right. They still being the aggressor right now, though. We said that this offense needed another receiver outside of CD Lamb. Now you get a guy who
Well,
can go deep. You get a guy who can block, which Schottenheimer loves those type of receivers.
love receivers, right?
I'm trying to think of a receiver that they had down there at the Jets. They had San Antonio Holmes and who else? They didn't have Plexico. It was somebody else.
Now, Plexico Burris was in with the Giants. And it's Antonio Holmes and somebody else back then.
Plexico, I forgot. I forgot who else they had. But it was San Antonio Holmes and somebody else. But I mean, he made it work. With Mark Sanchez. Oh, he missed it. With Mark Sanchez.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
that was a
you get a
run
receiver
heavy.
of this ilk
That was a run heavy squad though.
that played good defense.
They played hell of a defense.
You got Cromartie on one side and Revis on the
Yeah,
other side.
Reeves
I
on the
mean,
other.
that
They
was
played
a Rex
hell of
Ryan,
a run, man.
fantasy right there. I got two corners that can lock down on the inside. Man, I'm about to throw all type of stuff. And they gave hell. Maybe is that what they're trying to mirror right there? Do they have the corners to do that to lock down on
I don't
defense
know.
wise?
See, that's the thing. I mean, if you got Carson, you got Revels, like Siobhan, like man, like if that kid can come do something, Siobhan, man, say,
You know,
bruh.
Cowboys
That's why
do
I say
him
you can
well.
move
They
Trayvon.
performed his
You can
surgery,
move.
so I guess they feel it was worth the pick.
I think you can move Trayvon if he can give you something. That's if he come because they say he trying to come back for training camp, bro. He not trying to miss no games. They talking about him working hard, bro.
Now, I don't want to say nothing because last year was last year. I think that's a year a lot of us want to just forget. But the jury is out.
I believe if George Pickens keep his head on right,
I'm trying to
if
figure out
he
what was the problem in Pittsburgh, though. And I just want to
they
say he didn't really
they
have a
say
quarterback most of his time.
they say everybody loved him, his teammates love him, everything like that. Like I told
Just
you
like
earlier, I was
Dez.
listening to James Slater. James Slater said, "Man, hey, everybody loved him. You know,
So
he
he
was
was good.
good with the
He
quarterbacks and
good with the
everything."
team, but he clashed with the front office. He got that rebel spirit to him.
Yeah,
He very
but see,
rebellious.
the thing is, I don't like about that. If he not talking about taking an extension, then
What was
who
this for?
man? Yeah,
Is another compensatory pick really was worth that? That's kind of how you gonna end up judging it. Because I don't think nobody
cause he
looking
said
at
he
this
want to
move
be
and
the guy.
say,
From
okay, this is a 1 year
Clarence Hill
deal.
say he want
Y'all
to be
need
the
to win the
guy.
Super Bowl off this. Y'all not gonna do that.
Right. But Dak can't key in on CD. You got to get him some catches too. He should have both of them go for 1,000 yards.
So
Both of
that
them.
means both of them can't be crying about wanting the football. That is really now okay. You got another receiver, but if he's that talented now, can both of y'all not be barking about getting the football? Because we know
I
that
mean,
does
see if
not do
they
your quarterback any good.
yeah.
Y'all go to barking at him, all of a sudden he start hearing the echoes of my big bro. He can't read defenses no more when y'all barking at him. Now, if
Yeah,
y'all
you
on the
gotta
same page, you know, but y'all start barking at him and stuff like that, he ain't.
he go run that ball. That's what he gonna do. He gonna run the ball. I'll get to Jake first. He don't care about you being wide open.
Man, Jake Ferguson, you talk about somebody who needs to. So what about the running back room? Uh,
I mean, if I was them, I would have went to go get Bruce Hall, but that was just me. I would have went to go
so
get Bruce Hall.
you got Blue out of Texas.
Yeah, you got Maffa.
You got Maffa. Those are
You
your
got
young picks.
Yeah, but you can use Blue. You can use Williams, Blue.
Mm-hmm. How many running backs are you really trying to keep during the season? Are you trying to keep 3 or 4?
They cut Malik Davis, right?
Yep. Which I
Okay,
still like Malik Davis. I just don't think he really got his
he ain't
shot.
never get a chance. He never did get a chance, so it really
Yeah.
didn't matter.
Facts.
Once he fumbled, once Mike put him in and he fumbled, that was a wrap. Because Mike was trying to give him a chance. And once he fumbled the pill, that's like Hunter Lipke. Once Hunter Lipke fumbled the pill, it was a wrap. He didn't have no more faith in it.
Which I didn't agree with that because I'm like, I think he adds a whole nother dimension to the offense, bro.
I do too. If I'm Brian Schottenheimer, I keep him on my squad as my
I'm keeping
fullback.
him on the roster and on my game plan for
Yeah,
real. And I
yeah.
ain't just
You
talking
can
about I'm
ask him.
keeping him on the roster for a
You can
special
ask him
team
to throw a
spot. No.
screen to him and he can pop it because he's fast enough.
You just got to give him a chance and you got to make him the game plan.
Yeah,
I think if you do that, then you can see something special. I don't want him to be like old boy out of San Fran. I want you to use him because he's a weapon. He can be used.
he can be used.
Good save, Jake. Good save, Jake. They already about to fight. Man, why these games got to start so late? So you're giving
Man.
Stephen Jones and Jerry a pass. You're at least not a pass. You're giving them training
I
camp.
give him
Like,
for this trade today, I give it a B plus.
so then I don't want to say you're optimistic, but you're somewhat looking forward to training camp coming here shortly.
Oh, he go, man. He finna everybody. I'm letting everybody know right now. He go talk that cash money is to
Who?
whoever,
Pickens?
yes sir, to whoever guarding him in training camp. He
And
finna give y'all a
that's why
big
Jay Lou said, nah, God gave me a reason why I needed
reason.
to leave because me and him would have been in that boy jousting and tussling. So what up, big
Yeah,
bro?
What up? What up? What up?
What's
what's
the
good?
deal, man? Yeah, we don't had a good rundown. We still right now talking about the Pickens acquisition, you know, grading it and talking about it. You know, we like the talent, only
It's the issue, and it ain't even off the field for me. It's the bonehead, unsportsmanlike conduct penalties,
he
and
be wanting to fight everybody out there.
then karate kicking people, and I mean, God, dog, like this dude is a live wire, bro.
I see you followed the steps of Antonio Brown.
Boy, I mean, he's totally unpredictable. Flies by the
My
seat of his
problem is
pants.
what happens if CD Lamb and Pickens is bickering at the same time?
Man, from a talent perspective, I like the move, but it's that Jason Garrett RKG type thing, and it's like, ooh, is this what we really want to do at this stage? You know what I'm saying? I mean, Shotty's gonna have his own difficulties establishing the locker room to begin with, and then you throwing this wild card in there. So I don't know. I mean,
Does it give you something to look forward to coming to training camp more than you
absolutely.
was coming into this season?
Absolutely. Like I texted y'all today. I'm like, man, they done quietly kind of got some respectability on the roster. You know what I'm saying? I mean, depending on how Guyton bounced back from a down rookie season, and then how Steele bounced back, I still don't know who playing center. Are we going with
Cooper
Bass
Beebe.
or huh?
Cooper Beebe.
Cooper Beebe? Okay.
Which
I
he
was
You
thinking
got
did
Tyler
well his
Bookett.
first year.
I was wishing we had Tyler Biadasz, and then we had a four Tylers in there. You know what I'm saying?
Whole Tyler lineup. I mean, damn, just call
Tyler,
the
the
offensive line of
four,
Tyler, Texas.
you know what I'm saying? The four Tylers and Terrence would have been a good nickname, but you know what I'm saying?
They tried to do that with receivers with all the Jalen's, but
Yeah.
now you get a George Pickens in there, and you get a guy who, he can run block, he can get open.
We
It's
know he can
just
run
his
block.
temperament.
We know he can run block.
That's the problem. Is he run
He's
blocking or is he in that boy tussling?
You
And
know what
that's
I'm
where
saying?
you talk about you
dead.
start getting bonehead plays. Go ahead, bud.
He's dead for me.
I agree.
He's dead 2.0.
He's a Dez that runs better routes. He's
Right.
more polished.
Yeah.
He's more
More
polished
of the
than Dez.
aspect, he's a headache only because his emotions probably get the best of him. His passion can get the best of him. I'm hoping that's his problem more than he has an attitude problem.
Right, and like you sent out earlier in the text, it's an on the field thing. It's not like it's in the locker room.
Yeah,
it's not like what I'm saying, he's causing beef in the locker room. It's we need him to grow up on the field. We need him to show emotional maturity instead of
checking out.
Instead of checking out, or when it gets in the heat of the moment, he lets his emotions get the best of him. A la when he grabbed J. Lou's face mask last year.
Sure, right.
J. Lou said, "Nah, I didn't forget that shit. You didn't practice tussling." I didn't forget it neither, but you know what? It's about time you get another receiver on the outside that can, at least do something to DBs like that, because I think for the longest,
we have nobody. We have no one that can threaten anybody.
They don't physically impose they will.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
And they don't exactly.
So this is what I heard today. This is what I heard from 105 through the fan.
Yeah.
That Dak Prescott told them basically that, hey, I can't get nothing done with these cast of characters besides CD. So you had to go get a number 2. You got to go give me a number 2.
Makes sense. Like I told y'all at the draft, I'm like, dog, we got a $60 million quarterback and he don't got nobody to throw it to.
Right.
He got 6 seconds to throw it because you drafted an offensive lineman, but he ain't got no.
They was in play for Rashad Bateman as well, which
I wouldn't have been cool with that move. I mean, Bateman
wouldn't
ain't
have been cool with that move either.
That's just a name.
Right.
Out of all you could get, you got Pickens. Who says,
you got Pickens.
What did he say? He's looking to sign a new contract, not an extension.
Yeah, he wants a new contract, but he's, from what I read with Clarence Hill, he doesn't want to sign a new contract. He wants to be the guy. So I don't know if he's trying to be the guy down here, but he wants to be the guy somewhere.
I mean, he's a rental, but we get the benefit of him having a contract year. And you know how we all know how boy ball out in them contract years. They had Mo Claiborne looking like Deion Sanders out there. Contract year Mo Claiborne was, boy, he was HE double hockey sticks out there, boy.
Nah, he was.
Shoot, god dang, who was the DN we had done? The dude that went to Chicago and got the big money that was here on the contract year?
Robert Quinn?
Yeah.
Quinn? Yeah.
Boy, like 10.5 easy sacks, bro.
You know what I'm saying? He got paid.
I think he left the NFL after that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, your bro. I'll stick it on the Cowboy. He don't even want me to bring it up, but I'll stick.
Bring it up. No, bring it up.
The floor is yours. Go ahead and say why Nico was right.
All right, man. So, yeah, Nico was right in my eyes. I'm going to tell you why. I'm saying Nico was right in my eyes here, 85% right. If you look at it, if you watch any of the Lakers Minnesota game, they went at him in every chance they had. And they put him in pick and rolls. They went on him one-on-ones. It didn't matter. If you can handle the ball, they went at it. So he can't guard a soul. Especially
hold on. I don't remember him saying, well, okay, if you're going to say defense wins championships, you're implying. Okay, go ahead, bro.
So what I'm saying is, if you have a healthy Kyrie, a healthy AD, the Mavericks actually make the playoffs, maybe a fifth seed or a sixth seed, and they might have a chance and going to the Western Conference Finals again with the Twin Towers in the back, and they got a guard and a shooting guard and a point guard who can actually put the ball in the hoop. Well, Brandon Williams and Kyrie.
Question:
Yes,
Did I'm forgive me for my ignorance. Did Kyrie tear an Achilles or an ACL?
into ACL.
ACL.
Who just tore their Achilles?
Damian Lillard.
Okay, all right. That's why I was confused. Sorry about that. Go carry on.
No. So therefore, if you look at it, he was actually right on saying Luka can't play defense. Luka won't win championship because he all they do is put himself on the offense end. He don't take accountability for the defense end.
Shoot, bro.
But Bug, everybody and their mama knew Luka couldn't play defense.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing that other teams didn't do this sooner. We wouldn't have won as many games as we did if teams would have attacked Luka. Either you're going to score or you're going to get the Mavericks' best scorer in foul trouble. So the fact that it took a Minnesota series for this to happen is, 3-4 years too late or late? I mean, we've been said this.
And then
Now,
also
in Dallas, he had Lively and Gafford to be able to cover up his defensive liability, his mistakes on defense. In LA, there was no big man there.
Right.
So when he was in Dallas, he had big men that could cover up his defensive mistakes.
No, I'm saying his big man was in Dallas, Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so in LA, there was no big man, so he kind of did get exposed. But he wasn't the only one. The Lakers were a weak on-the-ball defensive team to begin with.
Which they say LeBron James tore a meniscus.
Which the only part I can agree with, Bud, what he said is Mavericks fully healthy, Lakers fully healthy, Mavericks wash the Lakers. That part I can agree with.
I agree with that.
Defense wins championships. That part I can't agree with. But to sit here and say that you weren't in a win now mode with Luka, nah. I can't do that. I can't. Nico's defense, I told you this, Bug. I was like, bro, before Nico got to the Mavericks, Luka stayed stuck in the first round for all we know. Rick Carlisle, all I know is the Pacers are up 2-0 on Cleveland. Rick Carlisle's a hell of a coach.
Hell of a coach, yeah.
He didn't want to deal with Luka. He's old school. I give Rick Carlisle, he's very old school. So
right.
He's seen the Hall of Fame. I give him the pass. He don't want to deal with it. I know I can smell the coffee you're drinking. He ain't going for that. But damn, he got Indiana like that. But once Nico arrived, what happened? They went to
the roster got better. Yeah, their roster got better too.
Roster got real better, real quick. Yeah,
real quick.
And we started getting players that normally wouldn't be in Dallas.
Right. So I'm expecting him to make another big time move though.
I tell you what, I don't know. I didn't get a chance to watch as much college basketball as I would have liked to. But this team just needs another guy that can fill it up. That's it. We need one, maybe two more guys that can just flat out fill up hey man, last 5 minutes of a game, we need buckets. And we need a guy that, you know what I'm saying? We need that I don't know where we gonna find one, but that we need that big dog. Cause on defense, we locked down.
Bro, they are long, bro.
Yes.
But you gotta re-sign Daniel Gafford though. You gotta re-sign Daniel Gafford.
I think he can see. I think he can see them. I think he'll trust the process and re-sign. And then we don't have to worry about paying Luka a super max. So we're gonna have cap space. So I think we'll be all right.
And that's probably the reason why you traded off
Max.
Hey, the thing that I've always said about the trade, the thing I've always said about, I'm not mad about the trade itself because if you found reason to to trade him, fine. I have no problem with that. Whether he's 25 or 35, don't care. My issue is what we got back for him. It
Yeah,
was
we
the
ain't getting
return. We didn't get anywhere near what we could have
near
gotten
it.
back for him.
Right. I
I'm
agree
talking
with
we could
that.
have easily got some draft picks, some players. We could have Herschel Walker this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
think I think the only problem is who would have been willing to give up the farm thinking that Luka would have stayed. There's only a couple
There
places
were,
where he could stay.
but there are GMs that came out after that saying, "Man, we would have given up way more than what LA gave up."
Yeah,
Yeah.
Utah would have, but
He
Luka ain't
he
going to
didn't
no
sh-
Utah.
he didn't shop. He didn't shop the deal around. It's like it's like he walked in the store and bought the first thing he seen.
I think he's trying to help Luka career out, to be honest with you. Because if you go to LA, I've said
He's
something
the next
about,
face of the franchise. He's the next face of the Lakers because LeBron got what, 1 maybe 2 years left.
but the thing about him being the face of the Lakers, bro, you were the face of the Mavericks, bro. We might have bitched and complained about some of the stuff you do, but as you say, bro, you
We
see
loved
how
him.
it is since he left, bro. You go to LA and you put that Laker uniform on, they gonna love you being the face of the. But once you keep getting out in the first round, they ain't gonna give a damn that you Luka the Don. Not like we
Nah.
do over here, you know what I'm saying? But
They the first team to ever. They the first team from the Lakers to ever get bounced at a 3 seed, first, second, or third seed. They the first team to ever done that.
it's not because of Luka just got exposed like that, bro. The Lakers
Nah.
were a bad team. I honestly, like I said, bud, what you said, his team putting Anthony Davis and if the Mavericks are fully healthy against a fully healthy Lakers team, I'm telling you, the Mavericks watched them boys just like Denver did. I firmly agree with that. But
You mean Minnesota?
well, yeah,
Gotcha.
they watched them
Yeah.
just like Minnesota did. But
Yeah. I agree with that.
for you to say 85%, I'm shocked you went 85,
I mean,
bro. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
Anthony Edwards pulled his best. He pulled his best. Randy Orton. He was a legend killer. So
yeah. 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 I mean, he did.
he had
He
to get
did
his
that.
get back.
But I mean, hey,
His team
the
was
Warriors
way
got
better
their
than the
numbers.
Lakers. That
The Warriors would have got their
Empirical.
number, boy. Because I ain't understand this. Steph go out last night, and Anthony Edwards only had 1 point last night at
He got all them
halftime.
commercials.
I mean,
I
he
told
struggled
you.
from the flow. Anthony Edwards struggled when they big. That's the funny thing about Minnesota. When Anthony Edwards struggles, they struggle.
They lose.
They
Yeah.
don't have that secondary. Like if
They
if
lost
if
Carl
you
Anthony Towns. That hurt.
right, they don't have that secondary to fall back on. Like for instance, if Steph is struggling from the floor,
They
they
got
got
Jimmy
Jimmy
Butler.
Butler. They got Jimmy Butler to fall back on. Like when he went out, Jimmy Butler was like, "All right, I got this. Let's do it."
Him and Buddy.
Yeah, him and Buddy Hield.
Buddy.
My buddy, my buddy.
But
Wherever I
The
go.
Mavericks was in on Buddy Hield too.
Yeah,
The Mavericks wanted Buddy Hield at 1 point too, though.
but
You know what I'm
they
saying?
didn't get him. So oh
Yeah.
well, oh well.
Like you said, 85%, bro. That's a high percentage. But I am in agreement with you right there because even the day after the trade, I was like, bro, just you kind of got to see how it play out, and it still didn't get to play out because everybody stayed hurt. But
Hurt. Yeah.
I just saw the way that they scrap and the way the playoffs is looking. Shit, you can't tell me a healthy Mavericks team wasn't gonna give somebody some hell.
We was gonna give somebody all they wanted
I'm trying
and
to tell
then
you.
some. Because the way we play
I got it.
this team was built for playoff basketball.
Facts.
Right.
That's where I can agree with Nico, but the problem is, I'm like, bro, you
got to get there first.
You're talking about win now. Damn, you damn near won it all last year.
You was there. You was in the final two. That wasn't good enough, Nico. God no.
Like,
You couldn't have built a defensive
juggernaut
juggernaut around Luka. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but I think it all started in the summer where they tried to ask him, and now he done fired the whole health staff. And I said in the text, I was like, bro, so Luka can't stay healthy. He got health problems, but
everybody gotta go. Everybody gotta go. Hey man,
he called them all false information or what?
He called them all in a meeting, like, hey, this is where
I took a brutal hit this year. Y'all asses fine, just so I feel
bro.
You gotta go. Hey, might want to worry about how you gonna make your mortgage payment. You know what I'm saying?
Cold-blooded.
Hope you've been stacking your checks. Hope you've been saving money because your services are no longer needed here.
I got a question.
Turn in your access card.
Bro, they was hurt, bro. When I say they was injured, bro, they was injured all year. And like you say, this was pre-Luka trade. Like, bro.
Luka was hurt before he got traded.
He was hurt before the season started, hurt before he got traded. And I mean, that's why they say it's a Luka curse. Bro, he was already hurt.
Yeah, basically.
Just something that's been
What was you about to say, Bud?
Like
what was you about to say, Bud?
Would y'all, knowing he ain't never made the playoffs, knowing he's a young point guard, would y'all go get LaMelo Ball from Charlotte?
That's a good question. I'm not even gonna lie. I like LaMelo Ball. I like him.
Then you replacing him as a young superstar. You lost a young superstar. Then you get another young superstar back.
And I'm not really worried about LeVar.
Really, no, you're not worried about
because
LeVar.
Because contrary to popular belief, it ain't like he been interfering in LaMelo's career like he did with
he learned that mistake.
Lonzo.
Yeah, with Lonzo. That's when I was.
Yeah.
He ain't been all, you know what I'm saying, big baller brand, this, that, and third. And truth be told, that's probably where all Alonzo's ankle issues came from. Was them daggum shoes. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We can't be too careful. We can't be too careful on my little brother platform.
It's all good. Well, he did it, bro.
Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But he hadn't been, poking his nose in LaMelo's career. So I would glad if we could mess around and swing that. But I think he's looking at a max deal sometime soon. If he hadn't already got it.
He already got it.
What do we have to give up for? We don't have no draft picks.
That's the problem. You have no resources.
We don't have no capital to do it. Yeah, we ain't got no capital. We 50 cent out this thing. We window shopping.
Would you keep
at the trade?
We know we came by
at the trading block. Look at them players you can't get. You can't sign.
You can work
that's a good
trade.
That's a good question. I would love it, but man, we just ain't got no way to swing it.
You can get a 3-trade deal with somebody.
But that's so 1995.
So you just not gonna have no picks from here on
until Kingdom Come. You ain't got a first round pick to 2040. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's basically what they do.
I'm saying, kicking the can down the road,
farther and farther back.
You ain't got no hairline no more.
Can't keep doing that.
Your edge up all the way back in your taper. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro. Like, dang, bro.
We ain't got no draft capital at all. But I would love it if we could mess around and find a way to make that happen. But it just ain't gonna happen. But I don't know. Y'all tracking anybody in college we could get to score? Because like I say, we just need scoring. Because Kyrie, we don't know how he gonna come back up. And it was late too. It was late in the season. He gonna miss the beginning of the season next year.
Yeah, he ain't
you won't see him until 2026 calendar year, I believe.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's why
it ain't like he a spring chick.
It's gonna be before the break or right after.
It'll be after the break. It'll probably be like March before we see him. It'll be because All-Star game in February. It'll be March before we see him. Cause like I say, man, he ain't no spring chicken no more.
he ain't young
Yeah, he be
Nimble like
going
he
on
used to be.
34.
It ain't like he got Wolverine healing powers. You know, he could go over to Germany get some platelet stuff or whatever, maybe. But
I mean, if he on that vegan diet, like you say,
man, I don't know. But
bean pies be hitting too.
no,
Go fire. Y'all need to try it.
nah, I'm good.
Hey,
I'm good.
this thing, man.
Next thing you
I
know, you go.
try. I
Next
try.
thing, next.
But
Hey,
you know,
Bug. Next thing we know, Drewski gonna be throwing pictures for Muhammad Speaks on
nah, I'm just saying in general. You
You
know,
know what I'm
everybody
saying?
Taco Bell be
Yeah,
tacos.
get the latest copy of Muhammad Speaks. You know what I'm saying? No offense to none of my Nation Islam brothers out there.
They cool. You know,
You know what I'm saying? No,
I'm
they're
just
not.
saying in
I'm
general.
just saying, can we doing that on my brother platform?
Celeste like them bean, you know what I'm saying? Especially like Taco Cabana, you know, you get the bean one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah. Now bring it back. You gotta have some salsa on it.
man. I started the caveman diet. I've been on the caveman diet for like 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Man, I'm so
You
hungry.
ration food or what?
No, the caveman is simple. It's anything a caveman couldn't find, you can't eat. So
Oh, okay.
basically I can eat all the meat, vegetables, and fruit that I want to eat. I can eat seeds like sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. I can eat beans. You know what I'm saying? Corn. Like I say, the simplest way to put it is if a caveman couldn't find it, you can't eat it. But at the same time, I can't eat anything. I can't eat anything processed. Nothing processed. No rice. Uh, no grain like cereal. No dairy.
Yeah.
Um, no cheese. Um, shoot. Some I can't have some like I can eat salads, but I can't have some salad dressings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, and I've been on it for 3 weeks. So
I think you started a delay. I think you was supposed to start earlier than that because I know something's getting ready to come up around here at the end of the month. And it's gonna be hot. I ain't putting your business out there, but you know.
my anniversary coming up at the end of the month.
Yeah, basically.
But
You still trying to fit in the suit?
no, heck no. I got to do this so I can get some life insurance. You know what I'm saying? I'm old, man.
Hey, keeping it G though, right?
I gotta do this so I can get some life insurance. I gotta lose some weight, man.
Damn, they do
Sure.
be having quote. Hey, you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot, I ain't been smoking. I ain't
That's
smoking.
what I'm gonna have to end up doing. I'm gonna have
I
to
ain't
stop
had no
smoking my damn
sodas.
self just so I can get the better.
Yeah, I ain't had no sodas. I ain't did none of that. I'm trying to get my blood sugar and cholesterol and all that stuff down. So when they test me, I come back. You know what I'm saying? When I do do the physical and everything, man, I gotta
Yeah.
trying to be good, bro. Shoot.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro.
Ain't nothing
Oh,
wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But
bad.
I'm still tripped out. I was talking to bro. Had Nico not fired his whole health staff, Bug would be on some other shit today, bro. But since Nico did that, his tone kind of toned down. You know what I'm saying?
Man, say, man. Hey,
Because that
man.
boy swore he was like, "Nah, Nico was right."
But like, hey, what I tell y'all when it first happened, the only thing that's gonna make this right is like Luca mess around and like blow an Achilles or do something and have like a career threatening injury. You know what I'm saying? Cause he ain't the most athletic cat to begin with.
But you know
If he
what,
mess
bro?
around and do something like that, oh, it's a wrap, bro.
You know what?
What's up?
He was skinny when he got here though.
That
He was
boy blew
athletic
a
when he got. He
fast
was
and a
dunking.
inflated tire, bro.
Yes, he was dunking on cat, bro. He had a little athleticism.
He
Now it's time
aged
went home.
fast, bro. Like
Yeah, He started eating.
But
I'm about to say he don't take care of his body. Of course he's gonna age fast. You're in a business where your body is the product, bro. If you don't take care of it, you lose value.
You ain't gonna last long.
And you're not gonna last long.
Nico was trying to say he's not gonna last long.
He gonna start having them nagging injuries like Zion. Zion just too big, bro.
He just too for him to be that athletic
and that
big,
size,
bro. Like
that's a hellacious pounding on his body, his knees, joints, his you know what I'm saying, ankles, knees, hips, back.
That be on anybody, but especially this generation, they ain't they built differently. We should.
And he in the worst
away from him.
And he in the worst city if you trying to come back big backness. Golly, he in New Orleans, man. All that food, bro. He in the worst city.
Boudin and all that.
That boy at that dinner table ain't turning down nothing but his collar.
And then
talking about if I drink a diet, talking about if I drink a Diet Coke, everything all right. You know what I'm saying?
And get a room with one of these sack chasers. I'll be
all right. You know what I'm saying?
I'll burn the calories in the hotel room.
Like, bro, how's you 25 and you just humongous like this, and you got porn star baby mamas and stuff, bro? Come on, dog. These boys out here living reckless, man. Like,
like it can't happen to them.
You know what I'm saying?
I told Bug this. I was like, bro, Luka, right or wrong, because he did carry the load, but he did act like somebody that it couldn't happen to.
Yeah, he did.
As soon as Nico came along, I guess I still don't know what that's about, but it happened to him. And it looked like it took Luka a good minute to really realize that shit really happened to me. Like,
yeah.
Hey, so the press conference, the end of your press conference, JJ Redick said, "Hey, some people need to come in shape this year."
Fire JJ. Fire JJ.
He said some people need to get in shape. He was like, I ain't saying no names. I ain't trying to start them, but some people need to get in shape.
Now that show you he don't need to be no head coach. That's the dumbest shit you can say.
That's the worst thing you can say.
I ain't gonna say no name.
Gonna put a name on it. You gonna make the statement? Put a name on it. That's the issue. That's the issue I had with that dude about Shador. You feel that way? Put your name on it.
And then got quiet about it. Didn't want to say nothing.
Yeah, if you feel that way, put your name on it. But I think that was a combination that we ain't even talked about that. That was a combination of a bunch of things, but I seriously don't think that a whole league gonna conspire against one dude because he was confident and wore jewelry. I'm sorry.
I agree.
The tape speak for itself.
I bet.
It ain't like the boy had bad tape. But at the same time, the boy can't go up in here and tank interviews on purpose and expect to make it.
I'm just saying, a lot of the guys that I told y'all before, I'm a FSU guy, and I went through the Jameis Winston saga, like, for real. The difference is Jameis won a Heisman Trophy and a
national title.
Yeah.
Johnny Manziel won a Heisman, beat Bama on the road.
Cam Newton won
a Heisman, national championship. Joe Burrow
won a national championship. Like
all these people, they keep comparing the Shador thing. Baker Mayfield won a Heisman, went to the Final Four. You know what I'm saying? You talking about a quarterback that went 13-12, didn't win a bowl game.
Got his jersey retired.
He got his jersey retired before Darian Hagan and Cordell Stewart.
Yeah.
And Rashawn Salaam.
Travis Hunter, who won a Heisman, that was the best player on their team.
Alongside Travis Hunter. They got him retired at the same time. Stop playing. And like I said, I'm not an anti-Shador dude. Y'all know I like Shador. But come on, we gotta keep it 10 by 10 if we gonna talk about it.
Yeah, for sure.
And we hadn't talked about this, and so I'm a little bit passionate about it. This is BS, and the fact that they tried to make it racially motivated and all this other stuff when the number one draft pick was another black quarterback
that had bravado just as much.
That just had as much.
Miami. When did anybody start liking guys from Miami?
Exactly. When have you heard Miami football player and humble in the same sentence?
Not never.
Thank you. Never. But y'all trying to make it seem like, oh, it's because they against Dion. Oh, what? Are we forgetting that it's a business? Are we forgetting that, the combine is the world's largest job interview?
Facts.
You are interviewing not just with the team you talking to, but they have the ability to go and talk to other GMs. So if you go in there and you purposely tank an interview,
they gonna
talk about it. It spreads like wildfire. You know what I'm saying? And then you got
to mention, had you won a Heisman or some games of some significance,
if you go in the Oregon, different story. That first year when everybody was on Colorado and y'all were undefeated, and if you go into Oregon and you win, we're probably not having this conversation.
Facts. But for the simple fact y'all
got the doors blowed off of y'all. Yes, your offensive line wasn't good. We get it. It was the first year. But I'm just saying, you had to do something to warrant a first round grade. Your tape was good. Your tape was good. I don't think Jackson Dart was on par with him. I don't think the dude from Louisville was.
No.
Gabriel wasn't.
No.
He was easily in the top 3. We get it.
Exactly. So I get the beef. But
you just want
this was a thing.
Quinn Ewers had a better squad and more wins, but you see where he landed.
He was a 7th round draft pick, and he played the 2 quarterbacks that played in the semifinal last year ended up being in the 6th and 7th round. And y'all complaining.
Won some games.
You know what I'm saying? We're actually on great teams. Quarterback in big games. And we talking about Shedeur Sanders. I mean, come on now. And like I said, I don't hate the kid. I'm a Deion fan. I've always been a Deion fan. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. Y'all acting like every team in the league needed a quarterback. It's only a handful of teams that need quarterbacks. And if you mess around and you go in there and you tanking interviews on purpose, just trying to narrow your options down to 5 or 6 teams, you're gonna be passed up several times.
Well, Eli Manning did it.
That was different. You want to know how it was different?
Talk about it.
It was different because they waited until the draft to tell people we're not going to San Diego.
He still interviewed right.
Yeah, he still went through the
process right.
And then the day before the draft, that's when all the talk came up about
There you go.
Nah, my son not going to San Diego. They might want to start working out a trade or something. And they ended up trading the 1 and 4 picks.
The rest is history.
And the rest is history.
A team would have been willing to do you like that had you just followed protocol.
Chris Carter said it best. He believes that Deion and Shedeur overplayed their hand.
And I actually have to agree. Because it's
I
not
agree
like
with
you
that as well.
want anything to have a hand to play on like that.
The one thing the NFL will do to you is prove to you and anybody that's willing to see it time and time again, nobody is bigger than the shield.
Yeah, you're not bigger than the shield.
You're not bigger than the shield. The NFL owns a day of the week.
Yeah.
Stop playing with that's a multi-billion-dollar company. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing. You don't want to be a part of it. You don't have to be.
You could have went to the USFL if all that mattered.
You could have went to Canada if it was that if that was that important to you. If it's that big of a deal.
No, I agree. Like I said, you just don't have enough on the resume to show that all that talking you doing is work. You know what I'm saying?
This
Like,
whole legendary pack. You ain't took a snap yet. You were a 5th round pick. You'll be lucky if you make the roster, fam.
and that QB room in Cleveland
It's crowded.
It was
Y'all gonna
Joe
be
Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Daniel Gabriel should do it.
and Deshaun Watson, who has a guaranteed contract.
Yeah, but we
So
not
no
talking
matter
about
what, no matter
he not
what
gonna play.
happens, no matter
he's on the roster
Yeah,
until
he's
they
on the
get rid
roster.
of him.
Yeah, until they get rid of him, but he not gonna play.
he's still hurt.
Yeah,
What did he do? He tore his Achilles too, right?
Yeah.
And then
right.
he
He double
retore,
tore it twice.
and then he retore it in rehab. So So.
No, he retore it dancing. Yeah. That's what he
If
did.
that's what he want to call it, allegedly.
Allegedly, he retore it dancing. Allegedly.
Boy, Deshaun Watson, you gotta be, boy. That ain't been we ain't even gonna talk about that. Anyway, back to Shador. The kid, I'm not one of them people that's like, oh, he needed to humble himself. No,
Not at all.
I'm not gonna say all that. But at the same time, you might want to look in the mirror and you might want to just change it. You might want to tweak a few things. Because you gotta realize where you at now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I'm the last one to talk about bravado because my boy said if we gonna do it, then we do it big. Then I remember all that and the off the field stuff. But like you say, dude did win a national championship and a Heisman, so it comes with it. You get a little leeway.
Yeah,
the tolerance is different.
Exactly. Winners can do certain things that losers can't. It's just the way of life. It's just the way this country is.
That's just.
And it ain't had nothing to do with that boy being black. It ain't had nothing to do with the boy, whatever.
Being Deion's son.
Deion's son, none of that. And like I said, I don't care what
it helped that they ran their mouth and went about the way they did.
Yeah. And at the same time, and at the same time, like I said, let's think about this. All 32 teams are gonna conspire to not take a player that can help them reach their ultimate goal.
There's all the teams that got jobs on the line if it's a failure.
Thank you. Thank you. It just does. Y'all people don't think, man. And I'm talking about up and down your goddamn timeline. You seeing, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to throw their whataboutisms out there. They ain't say Joe Burrow was cocky. They ain't say Baker Mayfield was cocky. They ain't say Johnny Manziel was cocky. He was throwing up the money sign.
They all won Heisman.
They all produced more in college.
They all won Heisman.
They are in the Nissan Heisman house. You know what I'm saying? They own the commercials.
You weren't even the best player on your team.
Right. And then you didn't do anything at the combine except interview, and you messed that up.
And then you did bad. See, that didn't help you. That's the problem. Like he said, you being cocky is one thing, but damn, you being ill prepared, that's another. Because
like the Dayball thing, the Dayball thing.
Yeah.
Where Dayball gave him the install package, and he came unprepared.
And then
that's why they went with Jackson Dart.
You come unprepared, and then the only coach you've ever known all your life is Deion. They'll pass on you.
Yeah, and they did.
They passed on you,
and they did. Bug, you got that look on your face like, bro, my brothers is tripping.
No, I asked him. I'm just listening. Y'all take the mic. Don't listen. I ain't
what do you feel about it?
I mean, everything Big Bro said took the words right out of my mouth.
So you ain't on. It's a conspiracy thing. You like, bro. If he was cold, he would have got picked up. That's normally how this goes.
I mean, it's not that he's not cold, but but the on the field isn't the only thing. That's just not the only thing that matters. It matters how you interview, because as a quarterback of a franchise, you're the CEO. You're the face of the franchise. You have to be media friendly. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of the job.
And that's why
You
Dak will forever be a Cowboy.
exactly. You have to be the one as the starting quarterback of an NFL franchise. You have to be the one to sit there and take those arrows. You have to take blame when things go bad, and you have to give out credit when things go well.
And he didn't. He didn't know how to do that.
He
That's
didn't
one
show
of
that
the
he
problems.
could because he interviewed poorly.
Right.
And
Like
he
you
blew
say.
off interviews. I'm not speaking. And when I start lying, y'all, if anybody in the chat, if I start lying, let me know.
Bruh, like you said, Dion blew off interviews. You want to know why? He was
Because
that good.
he knew he wasn't gonna be there.
There's a difference to it. He was that good.
There's levels to this.
Yeah, I agree with everything Big Bro y'all saying.
He
Yeah,
can
I
do
agree with
that.
both of y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be all. Yeah, I already know I'm gonna be all kinds of sambos and all this other stuff in the
Nah,
comments.
not
And
even, bro. Because
I'm like,
like I
bro,
told
because
you, I agree with it. There's no way to play the race card when the number one quarterback is black. And like I said, his best tape came from Miami. There ain't never been no Miami guys that's ever been like that. Like for real. And Cam Ward, truth be told, if you go back and look at everything, Ray he had more bravado than fucking Shador did.
Cam Ward played like he played quarterback like football is his side hustle. That boy be so man. That boy so goddamn relaxing, nonchalant. You know what I'm saying? And he still went number one. But it's a conspiracy against Dion and his son. Are we listening to ourselves, bro?
Are
Do,
we
do people do
reaching
people
this much?
this is
Yeah.
uh,
Like I said.
we just will not take we are just immune to accountability with
Hold
certain
on,
people.
y'all. Switch the Bluetooth.
That boy got the doo.
Just
Nah, but
immune to accountability, man. He messed up. He messed up the process.
and I think Dion poorly guided him.
Exactly.
And when I say poorly guided him, it's just more of you should have told him. Maybe Dion did tell him you might want to take this serious, and maybe he just didn't.
He didn't listen or whatever, or he felt entitled enough. Who knows? We don't know. We weren't
Yeah,
in the
we really
room.
don't. But what we do know is you messed it off.
All we can say we weren't in the room. We weren't in the interviews. But what we can go off of are the people that came out of those interviews and were not impressed with Shador Sanders for whatever reason.
And I'm
They
telling you,
weren't
it's not because of
impressed.
his bravado. It's not because he's black.
And it wasn't because of his tape. There's no other excuse. There's no other reason other than he got into the interview and he didn't interview well. Because Cam, like I say, Cam Ward, like you say, he has just as much bravado, just as much confidence, whatever. And I'm mad at people calling Cam Ward all kinds of coons and house Negroes and everything like that. That's what I'm saying.
Because he dressed up like he was supposed to for an interview. Like, bro, damn it.
Like I say, we are immune to accountability in some aspects. In some areas of society, we just refuse to take accountability and make excuses for poor behavior, bro.
Did I like Abdul Carter getting drafted and he got a full grid? Came out that boy like he was about to shoot a rap video? No, but
no.
If you're that good, you can get away with it. There's some things you can get away with.
And we don't know.
What did Bill Belichick? He tried to snitch on Lawrence Taylor, and what did Bill Parcells say? Well, why didn't you start the meeting when he got there?
Yeah, I'm just going to have to ride with this Bluetooth because the bugs on down. I guess it's down.
Stars down 1-0. But I feel you. What else y'all got, man? Me and Bug talked about the Rangers, how they looking after they made changes. Stars down.
Stars got the Jets.
Yeah. They're down 1-0.
Series for them. What y'all think about the playoffs, though? Both the
Man,
Eastern Conference team down 2-0.
yeah, yeah. It hasn't been a
Boston's
repeat champion yet.
Boston's a surprise 2-0.
Yeah, because they
Because
didn't
they
been
could
up by
easily
20
be an
both games.
easy 2-0 right now.
Yeah, they been up by 20 both games.
Easy. I don't know what's been happening, but it's like, dang, bro.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3.
You too many
Yeah.
quick shot selections. You let them off the hook. You let too much time off the. Yeah. Oh, you
OKC
almost
up
got
31. OKC up 31 on Denver right now at halftime.
up 31.
Up 31.
Okay,
Ain't no
CP
lead safe though,
smashes.
as we seen though.
In the modern NBA, there is no lead safe.
With the 3-point ball,
Exactly.
you're not safe.
A team mess around and get hot and get a couple of stops, and they right back in the game. So yeah.
Damn. OKC put up 87 points at a half and a half. 87.
What's the scope, bro? I just know they up 31.
87-56.
That game
Halftime.
over. That's over.
87 points at half. God.
Denver must be having a lot of turnovers and ain't playing no defense.
Bruh.
Yeah, they gave up 87 points. Dude. Transition defense.
OKC shooting
Garbage.
58% from the field.
Hot as a fox in a forest fire.
10 of 23 from the 3-point line.
They getting a lot of transition buckets. How many turnovers do Denver got?
8.
That'll do it.
8 turnovers?
OKC's 2.
8 turnovers and a half. That'll do it. That's
15 fast break points.
there you go.
There you go, right there.
I told you they getting a lot of points in transition.
Them easy buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Damn near shooting 60% and 87 points and a half. God dang. Boy, Denver like we stole one. That was our goal.
Yeah, basically.
Let's get their behinds up to this altitude and go to work.
Mm.
I got Denver beating them 4-2 in the series anyway.
I want to see Shay. I want to see Shay and Ant in the conference finals.
I like to see that too. I just don't know if Minnesota can't beat Golden State without Steph Curry. I don't think Minnesota can beat them at all. Then he's not playing tomorrow night. They'll win tomorrow night.
I said it. For me, it would be wise not to play Steph Curry because you already stole one on the road. So
yeah,
you might as well let him heal up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was
because at this stage of the game, at this point in the game, it's a war of attrition.
Yep.
It's about it. It's not just about the X's and O's, but it's about who's the fresher team and who's the healthier team.
Yeah.
Because Toronto wouldn't have a ring if Klay Thompson and Steph and KD were both healthy that year.
Yeah.
So
which I called that, by the way.
We remember.
Call what?
The Raptors Toronto beating Golden State.
Yeah. Kawhi, the eye.
Yeah.
Boy, ever since Philly lost that off that bouncer to Kawhi, bro, they ain't been.
They ain't been the same.
They ain't been the same. That was a franchise changing.
Like for real,
man.
Like, they have went. All I can say for the Mavericks.
I don't think Ben Simmons has attempted a 3-point shot since that game.
Bro, he's been. Good Lord. You want to talk about somebody who has the potential and it just.
Man, golly.
I don't understand it.
I ain't understand it either, bro.
I mean, he went from borderline superstar to straight trash. Golly. The fall off was swift.
That boy was on the Titan. That boy nosedive just like he was on the Titan, but he hit the parking lot.
Man, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Didn't he win Rookie of the Year?
Yep.
Like, dude, that's a Vince Young type fall off.
But I think Vince Young had his. We knew him and Jeff Fisher just wasn't. That wasn't no.
Jeff Fisher got to be the worst coach in NFL history,
bro. Like
How in the world did that dude keep getting jobs going 500 everywhere he went? He went to one Super Bowl and he carried that for like a decade and a half.
Yeah.
And kept getting jobs.
Kept getting jobs. Because he was the coach of the Rams before McVay, wasn't he?
Yep.
Sure
Yep.
was.
So Jerry GM gets to keep his job.
For a week.
Damn. So what can he do in a week to keep his job, big bro?
Man.
He got to do something else. He got everybody excited.
Who you say, Bryce Hall?
I said, Brees Hall. Yeah,
Brees Hall?
No. Trade from that safety from Arizona, the one that went to Clemson.
Tell him your proposition, bro.
I don't know what the
Hey, big bro, you know you've been there, so I ask you this: would you move if you were Steven or Jerry or Brian Schottenheimer? Would you have a conversation with Trayvon and Matt Eberflus? Would you have a conversation with Trayvon Diggs about playing free safety?
Absolutely not, because he doesn't tackle.
Free safety?
Free safety.
I said free, not strong. Free.
He doesn't tackle.
But he can cover.
He can cover.
He doesn't tackle.
It's
Charles
1-1.
Woodson can tackle. At least.
It's
Thank
1-1,
you.
Stars and Jets.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who scored?
It didn't tell me that a while ago. It just
You got it off the phone?
Yeah.
Then I
can see the game in your background, Ski.
You see it off the yeah.
Yeah, I can see it right over your ear.
I'm trying to see what's going on. Damn, I just hate these late ass games. Boy, I went to that game Monday night, boy. Tried to go back to work. I was in that boy.
Struggling.
45, bro. I'm in that boy hurting. Hurting. Who was that? Sam Steele? Okay, bring him back. You said somebody. Oh, that's blocked. Oh, Nico ran and punched that boy in on the rebound. Okay, Nico. Keep it going, Nico.
He doing something now.
2-1. Was that the two? Was it 2-1?
No, it's 1-1.
Okay.
Let's go. Nico. Stars trying to get back to the Western Conference, the back to back.
Yeah.
Off the back. Back to back.
If they get past this, man, I think they going to the finals.
I hope so. The third time got to be a charm. Good job, Nico.
Yeah.
Just reach the hockey stick in there. Come here.
Little poker, huh?
It's basically
What a cop drop.
So, have y'all talked to Scott? He talking about a day in Longview. He basically putting it up on my shoulders. I don't know why, but he put it up upon my shoulders.
Yeah, he told me something about it. He said, come up with a day, but it's my anniversary month. So it's going. Yeah.
I already knew that part, so I'm trying to.
Yeah, we can do. I ain't got no problem with it because he told. Yeah, he got the little 4-wheeler out there, whatever. But I'm busy.
I feel you.
I got my dad want to do something in Palestine in June, so that's about all I got right now.
You talking about at the lake? You talking about Father's Day? Our trip out there?
Yeah. So that's
I ain't missing it. I ain't missing it this year. I had to miss it last year. I ain't missing it this year. Gonna catch him. Go out there, go fish.
We
do it every Father's Day.
Yeah, the Father's Day is on Sunday, so he going.
We go out there Friday.
No, he didn't Sunday. This Sunday.
No, I'm saying we go out there Friday. We go out there that Friday, and we stay that Friday night. Father's Day is that Sunday, but that's the weekend we all do it.
Yeah, but I think he told me today when I went over there today, he said he leaving on the 15th after church. So he leaving on
Church.
that Sunday.
He leaving
And
after church
then,
or church?
yeah, he leaving after church. Church.
Yeah, but
Church.
we can dang sure organize it because yeah, we're talking about bringing my boys down there and everything. So yeah, we do that. We'll get on the four
Yeah.
wheelers.
That's a bet.
Mm.
Anything else y'all want to get off y'all chest on DFW Sports? What y'all got? Hot topics. What y'all shooting for?
I'll let Bud go
Man,
first.
man, I just want the Rangers to get on the winning streak. That's all I want, man. I
Come
want the
on, man.
Cowboys to make a move for a defensive tackle now.
You're saying they're gonna. You saying the Cowboys are gonna? They're not done yet, and they're gonna make a move again.
Yeah, I need to make a move for a linebacker or a defensive tackle. I prefer the three technique, big boy in the middle.
As usual, my final diatribe monologue type joint.
And you can go.
It's
You
gonna.
can run over all the teams as well. You know what I'm saying? If you want.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna just keep it to the Cowboys. These latest moves with the draft and with this Pickens acquisition is giving Cowboy fans some hope. Keep in mind, this team plays a third place schedule next year. So it ain't like we're gonna be having some just heavy hitters and everything like that. We're gonna have a favorable schedule. Uh, Anybody got the schedule up?
You got the AFC West, and not to mention Washington makes this division just a little bit much more different.
Right, but I don't think it will go 7-10 again. I can
I
see us
gotta
win.
win a win. A
I can
win.
see us going 9-8, 10-7.
See,
Yeah.
that's where I'm at. I'm at 9. I'm at 8-9, 9-8 at best.
I got
As of
10.
right now.
I got 10-7 at best because there's gonna be a game that we ain't got no business winning that we win. There's always a game like that. One of the Philadelphia games. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Yeah.
think they beat the Philly.
Oh.
Yeah, they swept us last year, so they ain't too far
Yeah.
fetched. But I don't think they sweep
I
us
think
this year
they'll split with Washington. I think they'll split with Washington.
like we did
They'll
last
lose.
year.
They
No, we
should have
lost both
swept
times.
Washington.
Oh
We
yeah,
split with
we
Washington
split.
last
We
year.
split. My bad. I forgot we split with
Yeah,
them. We beat them in Washington. That's right.
exactly.
Yeah,
And we
I
should
got
have
you.
beat them at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should have beat them at
Should have
home
swept
too.
them.
We
Yeah,
gave away the game at
yeah,
home,
we got home. Yeah,
and we got blew out twice against goddamn Philly.
yeah.
Bro,
That was when
offense, they
everybody
just had no chance, bro. Like,
chance. Yeah,
bro, when CD Lamb and Jay Ferguson was open in the end zone and the ball went through, I think that was the Eagle game. It was like, bro, are y'all kidding me? For real? I guess my big takes I can just say is I'm right there with you, bro. That move today that the Cowboys made, I'm ready for training camp. I'm not here to say the Cowboys are winning the Super Bowl or going to the playoff. All I'm saying is the way they went about the offseason last year, had they remotely did anything kind of the same one like that, I could have cared less. It wouldn't have been like that. But okay, for the moves that you have made, this ain't just the Pickens move. The Pickens is almost the cherry on top, and just because you got a receiver finally, I'm interested and ready to kind of look at training camp to see how it's gonna look. So
I'm looking forward to seeing the offensive line, how they perform, the running backs, the 2 running backs we drafted, plus the ones we got in free agency. That's gonna be some good competition at running back this year.
facts.
Going into camp.
Probably be your toughest
It'll probably be your
position
toughest.
battle.
Because I want the 2 rookies. Because the one from they rookie from Clemson.
A Maffa.
Oh yeah. Maffa
That
Martian.
dude's a thunderstruck.
And we already got his nickname. Maffa Martian Tuck. Maffa Martian Tuck.
Mosh and Tuck. And if the offensive line keep getting better, then that's just a perfect
Exactly.
recipe
Perfect
right there.
marriage. And then my
2027.
boy Blue.
You
You
talking
my
about
boy
switch
Blue.
hitter. You
We got
talking about a
we
switch
got
hitter, man.
yeah, we got a guy that's a home run hitter. He can take it to the crib. And then, you know what I'm saying, we still gonna be looking for number 3, receiver number 3. Um,
I think they gonna try to make it Mingo.
I like the linebacker we signed from the Bears, the white guy.
Damn, what's
Yeah.
his name?
I
The
forgot
one
his
that's
name. I know someone. Yeah.
people. He ain't the most athletic dude, but he done had over 100 tackles like the last.
Tackles the last 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
tackle. He's a Sean Lee tackling
And
machine.
machine. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
at some point in the season, by the grace of God, I hope and pray for that young man. At some point in the season, we're gonna get Overshawn back
Oh,
again. We're gonna get Overshawn back
him and Parsons on that defense at the same time, bro.
with the edge dude from the draft that we drafted.
Oh, Donovan is
Yeah,
familiar. What
we just called him Boston College.
you can't literally call him Boston College. These
Yeah, man.
transfer guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot. You know what I'm saying, boy? Hey, by 2030, boys gonna have when they do the player introduction, they're gonna be saying like 3 or 4 schools.
Hey, yeah. Plus, they high school like damn, bro.
You know,
Like, you could have hold them on in here, bro.
DeQuavius Marshall, University of Texas, University of Arizona, University of Southern California, University of Tennessee. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Yeah.
I bet you there's a lot of the older generation, like, bro, you don't know how many times they want to leave college and go somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? But they had to stick it out, you know what I'm saying? Or they had to go to East Popcorn State. That's basically what happened.
Yeah. And then on top of that, it's breeding a culture that something's gotta give. We can't have NIL and a transfer portal at the same time.
You
can't do this because something's got to. It's really breeding. Those two elements of college football are really breeding some soft dudes, bro. They ain't no competition. They run from competition. Ain't nobody trying
football now.
It basically, and then everybody getting paid.
Basketball.
Then everybody getting paid.
So you ain't hungry.
You really ain't.
You ain't.
But nah. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one, man. Sure.
Well, it's about 10:30, y'all. 10:15ish. I'm gonna keep watching the stars, all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we got to have this talk. Like I said, try to get back to doing once a week. It's a busy month.
Understood.
Here come the holidays, summertime, trying to get everything right.
Yep. Kids got to be out of school. Got summer sports and all kinds of stuff, man. So
all that type of stuff. So it is what it is. But try to jump on these boys at least get back to at least once a week going on here. I'll still be hitting up the Rangers games. But bro, y'all know how the chat go. We'll just keep throwing some things in there. And any topics, man, let me know y'all want to start a live on, man. We can start doing more about that. It just depends on the time and the space and that y'all want to do it. So
all right.
I know that's how it goes for all of us. So
all right, man. I love y'all, boys. I love y'all.
You too, man.
All right, peace.
Later.
All right, Bug.
All right, man.
I will catch you on the rebound too, man. Holla at you during the end of the week, see what's going down, man. Enjoy the holidays for the old lady and all that type of stuff. I'll get up with you, bro.
For sure, bro.
All right, man.
All right, later.
Man, love you, bro. That was that, man. We got our whole tune right now. Hey, we went over some things that happened right there. Stars right now, 1 apiece against the Winnipeg Jets. It's about under 7 minutes in the second period. I'm about to get me some refreshment, get my mind right since it's going to be a late night. I'm going to come back. We're going to watch this game. I most likely will catch y'all probably at the end of this week, try to drop a live, probably bring the bros back on, see what's going on down the week. So have a good week, y'all. Y'all do y'all thing, man. Into the meantime, in between time, do everything with love because love always wins, and that's the law. With that, I'm out, y'all. Peace. Doses.